The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! 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 13 loose!
On play action, Lawrence. And incomplete to open things up. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air, so now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Hey, Soko, hot. Hey, kill!
Here's Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Hey, change your time. Think right.
Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
5-9.
On the ground, this is Amari Hampton. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. A run once more with Hampton. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Try to run for it with Hampton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down. At the 42. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, it's Hampton. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
180. 180.
Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Kappa.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back to Hampton on first down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hey, let's go. Turn, this is hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Hey, go, go. Go, go. Hey, son, this is hot. 11. Here we go, son.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Lawrence will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Rip, 23. Hey, Soko, it's hot. It's hot.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Hey, lion. Hey, tomato. Cut. Silver.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is caught. Touchdown. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Red on red. Soko, high. Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Drops it underneath for Tootin.
To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
He's at 24. Son.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On red. Hey, Soko.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Down right around the 25. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
11, 30 left. Here we go, Sahara.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Take right open. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Herbert.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Lion.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, Lion. Son. Here we go, son.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. That is 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Cap it.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lion.
Herbert back to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. 1080. Set.
Herbert now.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He throws it and hits the slant route to Thomas. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, run. Hey, Ginger, touch. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, easy. Route. Turn. This one's hot.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Here's Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Rip, 23. Hey, Soko, it's hot. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
They sure tootin'.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set, go. 180. Bring it out. Set.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ray.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
All right, let's go. On this side.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches at the Chargers' 26-yard line.
Hey, son, this side. 30 left. Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, Lion. Focus. All right, here we go.
On play action, Lawrence.
And it's caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Hey. Red.
Turton is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Charger drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Herbert. He finds Austin complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Joshua Hines-Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show them.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, give a side guys. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. I be the beast you got, trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Ripping like I'm picking a prize. Hit it clear with it.
Hey, run! Hey, Dinter. Duck! 11, Agate.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. It's Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how they hurt you. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Able to power through. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1.
Right, let's go. Hey, tomato. Done.
Now they show jet sweep it instead, or run up the middle here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
39-yard line.
Hey, run. Hey, so close, hot.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, 30 left.
Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end center. That's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd down and 4.
Rip, 23. Done. They said hot.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hey, go Lion. Really?
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Cap it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. But no reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Roman Wilson,
23 yards for the touchdown.
and the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple.
Red on red. Hey, tomato.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, lion. Hey, son.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
26-yard line.
On the red. Hey, Soko, high. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
11. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Now it's Herbert. It's Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
12. Cap it.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Facing some wrong odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
12.
Here's Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
Hey, Lion. Run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Hey, run. Son, it's a hunch.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
11.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he is caught. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams,